Well, thanks for joining us on Valley News Live at 5 o'clock. We definitely have some changes beginning to take place. The clouds and the wind have been blowing in that change as a Colorado low is now exiting Colorado and heading up in our general direction. As it does so, our northern counties already seeing snow. There's Leeds, and if you look on the side of the road there in Leeds as we make this full screen so you have a better view of that, you can see some snow accumulating on the grassy areas. We do not have travel concerns for the early evening commute for any of our viewing area other than the fact that we'll have some falling snowflakes up in our northern counties. But as we get beyond, say, 7 o'clock tonight, things get a little bit more interesting. Right now, I'll look in on Devil's Lake showing Leeds right up the road. They have snow starting to accumulate on grassy areas and nothing yet but a few drops of rain. Our hour forecast shows warm air surging northward as we head into the evening hours. And here is a peek at that warm bubble of air. Down to the south, down by my kneecaps here, I've put some thunderstorm icons. As we get beyond the 6 o'clock hour and head towards 8, the energy from some activity in South Dakota pushes up our way. This is a very heavy band of precipitation, convective in nature, meaning locally heavy rain and rumbles of thunder will be possible. We may, as temperatures cool off just a little bit, the pink illustrates sleet. These temperatures here, not cold enough on the ground for freezing rain. For that, we need a frozen surface. We don't have that. So I think sleet will be our main concern, and it could accumulate pretty quickly, kind of coating the roads with those balls of ice, or graupel, snow pellets, also a possibility. So thunder and lightning through the early evening hours. After 10, watch what happens. All of this moderate to heavy precipitation begins to transition to all snow. The heaviest bands of precipitation will be down south. We'll have persistent snowflakes up north, as we mentioned last night, and the wind will be windiest out to the west this evening. So get to where you want to be. Overnight is when some of the worst conditions will take place. Look at the prolonged period of snow from Baudette and Bemidji through Fosston, Mahnomen, Ada, Fargo-Moorhead, Valley City, Gwinner, Lisbon. Also, you in Richland County there, you can expect some prolonged snowfall all the way down into Ellendale. As we go through the mid-morning hours, the wind continues to blow with the snow, so that morning commute will be challenging, but the snow begins to exit west to east. By the drive home, most of us will not have any new snow falling, but the gusty wind will continue. Temperatures will be hovering close to freezing. Where we get snow that accumulates, it's going to either be slushy, icy and compressed on roads, or it's just going to be downright slippery. And when the snow is falling from the morning hours through the midday hours, we'll have visibility issues as well from the 30-mile-per-hour gusts or better. Widespread area, 1 to 3 inches, as we mentioned earlier. That includes Lisbon, Valley City, the Castleton and Fargo-Moorhead areas, through Detroit Lakes, Park Rapids and Bemidji. 1 to 3+ inches is going to be likely for many of us here. Where you see this lighter blue shade, up to about an inch possible, and less than that in the far, far north. Now, as we take a look, there's some isolated places that I expect 6 or more inches of snow. It's not going to be widespread, but a few areas in Lakes Country and in the Sisseton Hills have a chance at that. So rain, ice, and snow, and even thunder tonight. After 10, it's all snow. Gusty winds over 30 miles per hour will reduce visibility, and there's that slippery mess of slush and snow that we have to contend with for the morning. There's the warm air bubble all the way up to the international border, and our radar shows presently the snow from Leeds all the way up to Winnipeg. There it is. But look at this, some rain kind of dancing in the area as well. With temperatures this warm, we're going to continue to mingle with rain and snowflakes mixing in. Down south, all rain. This line of thunder and lightning, as you can see, is expanding here, and it will be in our southern viewing area in the next 1 to 2 hours. So I do expect some thunder showers, thunder sleet, or maybe even thunder snow. That's this evening, changing to all snow after 10 o'clock. Rick, thank you so much for this beautiful scene here. Many of you asking, Hutch, how long do we have to wait for a beautiful scene like that again? Not that long. After our first alert weather day on Wednesday, there will be morning impacts, so check with the Valley today. Check with the Valley News Live weather app, because there could also be some delays in some of your activities. Give yourself extra time if you're in the area of snowfall. Those impacts last until late Wednesday as the wind decreases. It's a cold one on Thursday, but the rebound begins by Friday. The 40s return. 45 to 50 degree weather expected through a delightful and dandy weekend, Mike Morgan, as it's no April Fools that Friday will begin that warming trend. Next week, 50 on Monday. Our next weather making system Tuesday. Yes, it could bring mixed precipitation too, but there's a lot of time between now and then.
Lower 50s, loving it.
Yes.
Thanks. Spring is creeping in.